Hi BCM, my name's Isabel and my question is, why do people like music so much?
Whether it's classical, heavy metal, or pop.
One kiss is all it takes, falling in love with me.
There's nothing like hitting play on your favourite track and letting the music take over.
Falling in love.
Music has existed for tens of thousands of years in just about every culture around the world. But why do we like it so much? Well, that's a really complicated question that's still got scientists scratching their heads. But there are a few ideas about why people just can't beat the beat. Idea 1. Music makes us feel good. Scientists have found that when we listen to music, our brain releases dopamine. That's the chemical in our bodies that makes us feel happy. The same thing happens when you eat certain foods, like chocolate.
Delish.
Idea 2. Music makes us move. Notice that when a song starts playing, even if it's not your groove, you can't help but tap your foot along to the beat. It's something we do as babies, as these internet stars can prove. That's because our bodies, our heartbeats, and our brain waves are actually reacting to the music in a process called entrainment. That gives us the impulse to tap along or bust a move when we hear music. And that physical expression of dance makes our brain excited. In fact, studies have found that dancing releases endorphins, which are our happy hormones. And it makes us feel more comfortable and relaxed. Which is why for decades, people haven't been able to stop shaking their groove things. Idea 3. Brains love repetition. Brains love repetition.
They got the beat on repeat.
Have you ever loved a song so much you listen to it again and again and again? Well, that's because our brains love repetition. Wait, didn't I already say that? All music uses repetition to make patterns. And pop music is particularly repetitive, which is probably why it's so, well, popular.
Ooh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Even if we haven't heard a song before, we often try to predict how it'll play out by following the patterns we're familiar with.
What are you listening to?
Oh, it's new.
Oh, I've never heard it.
I'm gonna go to the shops. I'm not gonna stop.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
get
go get
chops, because
and
that's what I
some
want for
chips.
dinner.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why some experts reckon it can be harder for people to really get into jazz and classical music because it's less predictable, so it doesn't give our brains the same immediate reward. Idea 4. Music helps us communicate. Studies have shown that people tend to react in similar ways to certain types of music. For example, angry music. Or peaceful music. It's a trick film and TV makers use a lot. For example, here's me looking sad. And here's me looking hopeful. And here's me looking heroic. Even if we don't speak the same language, music can communicate emotions and bring people together, which is another reason why we say,
Thank you for the music.